What is going on, guys? Hobbies Through Life's Quest here, and today I am so excited to bring to you Dark Perseus B680W. Guys, I'm so excited I get to open these bays right now. I did not expect to come across them right away. It was actually completely by surprise that I actually saw these. Went into a GameStop looking for another bay, which you would have seen by now. I was actually looking for Tide Whale, and yeah, I just saw CX on the shelf. I couldn't believe it, and I think I said it in the previous video, but yeah, when I went to buy it, the guy at the register was like, "Oh, we just pulled those out like 5 minutes before you came." So yeah, that I just yeah, but yeah. So let's get into it. Uh, Funny enough, I don't feel like there's enough information that I'm coming across. Maybe I'm just a bit. I know I've kind of slowed down a bit on looking up uh, videos on bays, like just hearing people talk about them and stuff in depth. But I feel like I haven't really seen too much in-depth videos on the CX bays so far. Um, but again, I've just slowed down a bit. I'm not sure, because I just feel like I haven't really seen any videos that I could say where I got any extra information really that kind of made me feel like, oh wow, like I didn't know that. But I'm not sure. I have to check again and see what else I come across. But yeah, Dark Perseus is a defense type. It is on a 80 ratchet. Um, Based on the past few ratchets we've looked at, I'm kind of curious on if this is the old design or the new design for ratchets. I'm assuming it's the old design because it's 80, but I don't know. I don't know if they're changing, kind of leaning towards changing design for all ratchets completely. I really hope not, because that new ratchet design is just not that good. We have Wedge, which is a low resistance bit. For the blade, we have Perseus, we have the Dark Blade, and we have the B auxiliary blade, which is called Bumper. Um, it's supposed to shock absorb. Whether that actually works, who knows. But yeah, we have shock absorption for the auxiliary blade. We have wavy blades, which disperse attacks for the main blade, and then of course our chip. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know how well that works. I believe people pretty much use this more or less on a attack build, but either way, I mean, I think it's really cool. If you didn't know, Perseus is a um, homage to the Gravity Perseus Bay from Metal Fight. I actually have it here. It is a mid fake. I'll be honest. I did say in a previous video before that growing up I didn't really have access to bays like I do now, so I didn't really have the ability to get that when it was out originally. But yeah, it is a homage, and you can actually really see that. If I can get this to focus, there we go. uh, you can see on the chip design, um, which I really like that they are sorry, just dropped the Facebook. I really like that they're homages, but they're still doing their own thing with the bays, which I think is really cool. So yeah, I mean, this bay just looks awesome, honestly. So I'm just gonna get this lined up, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, guys, so I have the bay lined up here. Honestly, it just looks so good, man. Um, on a side note, I did want to ask you guys. I mean, in my head, no one really cares, and that's totally fine. But I guess I'm just curious. I think I did mention it also in a previous video that I was trying to look for something to cover the desk with. So I did find something. I did find a mat that I could cover it on. So you guys let me know, does it make it harder to see in the videos at all, or is it fine? I'm actually very happy that I was able to find a mat for the table. I love it personally, but of course I'm seeing it in person. You're seeing it on camera with lights and everything. So let me know if that makes it harder or not to see the actual bays. But I feel like it for now, it seems it's more appealing to see this mat than the actual uh, messed up table. But yeah, let me know what you think. I'm also actually using a very new recording setup right now. So I don't really know how I feel about it. So far, it's working out, which I'm happy about. But it's a lot than I expected it to be. A lot more than I expected it to be, honestly. I feel like I just got too many things in my face, and you guys don't see it, but yeah, I just feel like um, I'm just trying not to knock something in my face, you know. But yeah, it's a little getting there's a little getting used to, I admit, but so far it seems to be working out. I have a lot more light that I can use to make the video seen more. So yeah, but if anyone is curious on talking about that for me, yeah, just let me know if it's making it harder or easier for you to see anything, or it's not really doesn't really matter at all. um yeah, I appreciate that if you do. But yeah, anyway, so we have our lock chip here, which for like I said, I think it looks really nice. I really like the design. um and I just have the Metal Fight Perseus here just because, again, like, you know, it's basically based off of this bay, so I feel like it's only fair to show them both off. um but yeah, honestly, I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Did you guys ever look up or know about Perseus's story, um, like in mythology, before, you know, coming across whether it was Gravity Perseus or this bay, Dark Perseus, before? Did you ever look up the story of this bay? Because I actually didn't, up until I heard that this bay was coming out and everyone's talking about Perseus again. And I was like, you know what? I kind of curious about that. And I have to say, it was not what I expected. And it definitely put Medusa in a completely different light, honestly. Because when you grow up just kind of getting little bits of the story, you think of you like you know everything, and then you actually go and look it up properly. Yeah, trust me, if you haven't, definitely look it up, because you will you'll actually feel bad for Medusa if you don't know the story. I'm being so serious. But yeah, sorry about that. I'm just kind of ranting a bit. But yeah, we have our blade here. To be honest with you, I can really see why it would be used for attack. Yeah, because that's fairly in my opinion, a fairly aggressive design. If I remember, if I understand correctly, the way that it works is that in combination with the bit, which is wedge, which we'll look at in a second, it's supposed to kind of wobble in a way that kind of helps to deflect attacks, to my understanding. I think that's how it works. And then this was also the auxiliary blade, which is bumper. So when you combine the two, so you guys can see, you can kind of see how it somewhat fills out those gaps a bit. If I recall, I believe bumper plus the ratchet together is kind of its own way of the spin track for Gravity Perseus. At least that's what I believe it's supposed to be doing, but I could be wrong. Um, all in all, it doesn't look bad at all. I think I've heard people say that bumper is a decent auxiliary ratchet, auxiliary blade. Um, but again, I have to do more research personally because it's, yeah, I don't know. I feel like CX is still just kind of new, that I haven't come across too many in-depth stuff. But like, I feel like people are still testing. You know what I mean? But yeah, we have our ratchet here, 680. Which I really am happy about, that they finally, have a six-sided ratchet. I don't know how good it is competitively. I can't say that I've heard much about it in even like other builds. Oh, and it does, okay, yeah. So it does have the old style, which is great. I really wish that they could keep this, because I just so happen to have a Arc Wizards ratchet here. So yeah, I don't know if that's money costs or what, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is something due to the design that makes it easier for them if they use this type of design. I don't know. But yeah, you guys let me know. Do you feel like this design, this new design that they have for well, before it was just the 85 ratchets. Now they're doing it for anything below 60, it seems. But do you feel like you've had much problem with this? Do you feel like it's fine? It's just about the same? Yeah, let me know what you think. I feel like the old design is more sturdy personally, but yeah, I don't know. Um, but yeah, I feel as though this would make a decent ratchet. I mean, it is on 80 height, so I guess that part in itself, I'm not really sure um, if that's going to be as good. I don't know why mine seems to have this piece of plastic in there just stuck, but oh well. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can find any decent builds on this. I'm gonna try some builds myself, but I'm gonna see if I can find any decent builds that people use with that bit, with that ratchet. And then finally we have the wedge bit, which sounds just like it says. Pretty much just kind of its own version, and in my opinion, it's its own version of the performance tip for the metal fight version. Um, yeah, so as far as I've heard, this bit also is not the best. People have made, use of it, but nothing really great as far as I can say. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's doable. But I haven't heard good things about this ratchet either. I mean this bit either. Um, I think they say the stamina is decent. Defense okay, but yeah, just yeah. To be honest with you, I mean, I think I've said it before, but the CX bays performance wise haven't been really making a lot of waves from what I see. So it is kind of disappointing. They look great. I mean, come on, like they look great, but performance wise, competitive wise, I can't say that they've really stood out, sadly. But hey, that's all a part of the game. Sometimes they just have things that just don't hit, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna get the scale out so we can weigh all of the parts, and then yeah. But yeah, I think personally, overall, I really like how the bay looks. I do believe that over time, people are gonna probably find more ways to make use of them. Um, but if nothing else, that's my hope, I guess I should say. But yeah, overall, I'm actually very excited. I do want to say, if anyone else agrees with me, I hope they don't leave it like this and not bring a CX Knight. I would love for them to bring a CX Knight Bay personally. And that's just because Knight is my favorite Bay out of all of the Bays. Um, Night Mail, I love it. So I really hope that they come with a CX Knight. But I mean, if they don't, and it is what it is. But I think it would be cool if they did. But yeah, I'm gonna grab the scale. Okay, so we got the scale out. Guys, I can't even fully see the scale properly right now with all these lights. That's hilarious. So for the lock chip, we've got 1.7. Okay. For the blade, main blade, I should say, 30.4. What that's saying? 30.4. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, I got all these lights on my for the video. We got 5.2 for the auxiliary blade, 6.9 for the ratchet, and 1.9 for the bit. And then all together, we have 46.2. And just for reference, with the Gravity Perseus Bay, that would be 41 point, what is that, 3? 41.3. So yeah, that's 46.2. Yeah, so quite an upgrade, right? And I do have Wizard or Arc Wizard here, so in case you're thinking of the comparisons, so 42.2 Arc Wizard, Dark Perseus 46.1 or 46.7. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm like I said, I'm trying to get used to this new setup, so I'll probably have to work on that for the next one. And oh, and I also have Reaper Incendio here. So again, just so you see, 45.3. So yeah, like I said before, I actually really like that they didn't do a major weight creep with all of these bays, the CX line. So yeah, but overall, really like the look of this bay. If you have it, let me know what combos you made it work with. If you don't have it yet, I would say check your GameStop if you have one nearby. If it's not at the one closest to you, I don't know if this might make sense. I would usually recommend doing the ones that are like further out from you. As far as I've seen, that seems to be how it works for at least in my area. So yeah, if there's none in the ones closer, try the ones a little farther out, and as far as I've seen, it always tends to be the ones further out that have all the products. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Almost forgot to give you guys a little spin test right there. So yeah, again, I really like how this bay looks overall, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get some battles done in the future. I think I did explain why I didn't get a chance to do any battles this time around, but hey, it is what it is. But I will see you guys in the next one. What's going on, guys? Today's verses come from Ephesians chapter 2, verses 4 to 5, which reads, "But God is so rich in mercy, and he loved us so much, that even though we were dead because of our sins, he gave us life when he raised Christ from the dead. It is only by God's grace that you have been saved." God loves you guys. Take care.